there, Detroit sports fanatics. I'm Taylor Phillips, and welcome to Taylor's Detroit Sports Show, the baseball edition. It's 5 o'clock, Sunday, September 14th, 2014. Tigers game in progress. Series finale against the Cleveland Indians. Joe Nathan on the mound, and he's given up a run. Still nobody out. Runners on first and second. 0-2 pitches, a slider just a tad outside. Gotta finish him here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And of course, Fox Sports Detroit blank. Replay went blank. 1-2 is high on a fastball, 92 miles an hour. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers have taken the first 2 from the Cleveland Indians after taking 2 of 3 from the Royals. Come up later in the show, a foul ball to the backstop, still 2-2. The Tigers are hanging in there in the postseason race by coming back. Right now they're in first place, pending the outcome of this game and the outcome of the Royals-Red Sox game in Kansas City. That game is in the bottom of the 8th, with the Red Sox leading 8-4. The way the Tigers have been playing thus far overall has been good enough for them to come back as another pitch is fouled away. By Yan Gomes, who was 2 for 3. In Kansas City, runners on second and third, 2 out for Eric Hosmer, a 2-1 count. Back in Detroit, fans are urging Nathan to get at least 1 out as another foul ball is hit to the backstop by Gomes. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. Now 3-1 on Hosmer. Carlos Santana hit an RBI double after a leadoff single by Michael Brantley. And now Nathan's 2-2 is low, 3-2 on Gomes in Detroit. Now it's 3-2 on Hosmer after he fouled 1 off in Kansas City. I have a couple other topics to get to, including the upcoming schedule and some other thing that doesn't even make any sense. Ground ball to third, throw to second for 1, relay to first. Double play! A man on third, 2 out. Thank you, Don Kelly. As Yan Gomes grounds into a 5-4-3 double play induced by G.I. Joe Nathan. And Eric Hosmer just popped out to second baseman Mookie Betts to end the 8th inning, with the Boston Red Sox still leading 8-4 in Kansas City. If you want to call in the show, dial 646-478-4837. And here's Jason Giambi pinch hitting. 148. But he's been clutch lately. The infield is drawn back. Joe Nathan digs in at the rubber. Gets his sign. Giambi digs in. The set. First pitch, low and outside on a curveball, 1-0. And now the 1-0. And it's popped up. That should do it. Rajai Davis makes the catch. Tigers win 6-4. G.I. Joe Nathan, after giving up a no-out RBI double by Carlos Santana, comes back and gets it done. Gets the save. His 32nd save out of 38 opportunities. He might not have much left in the tank, but he has come on strong lately. So with that 6-4 win for the Tigers, they move up to a game flat ahead of the Royals in the American League Central Division standings. Now that that's over with, I want to touch on something else that the fans are saying, which is unnecessary. Earlier this season, there was such a thing called the curse of the Zubaz, and the fans made it up for no reason, only because they saw it. And now less than a week ago, the Fox Sports Detroit Girls Instagram account posted a picture of some of the Tigers players wearing Zubaz clothes, and which is perfectly fine. But the fans
clutch hitting allows the Tigers to end their homestand on a high note, and they're going to be celebrating this week, much thanks to J.D. Martinez and Ian Kinsler. Coming up on Tigers Live, we're going to hear from both of them, also Justin Verlander and Brad Ausmus. We're going to have a preview of that final road trip as well. Join Craig Monroe and me as we break down this Sunday showdown right now on Tigers Live.
Lindsay Hayes does such a great job, especially with a smile on her face. Oh, here's Tigers Live right now. But the fans we're telling the Fox Sports Detroit Girls to delete it. One of the fans called the Fox Sports Detroit Girls morons, and I had to report that comment on Instagram for hate speech. They think the Zubaz are a horrible jinx. And even more of those jinx comments are piling on.
What's your problem there, pal? Can't a guy get a bit of sleep? Don't bug me.
That is what's most stupid and annoying by those fans. Those fans don't take anything seriously. They don't take the Tigers seriously. They don't take support of the Tigers seriously at all.
Traveled much further, but Kinsler definitely was clutch. And when you go big, That also means
They're just a bunch of suckers who believe in all curses in sports without looking around each and every sport. And they don't take sports too seriously. How stupid of them. I'm sorry, but sorry if I'm being harsh or rude, but you know something? It should have stopped. It never should have. It never should have. You fans should never have hated. You should never have hated the Zubaz in the first place. They support the team. They represent the team. There's nothing wrong with clothing that represents the Detroit Tigers, for example. If you're a Tiger fan, just wear it. It doesn't matter what it is. Whether it's the Zubaz or a Tigers jacket or a Tigers cap, it's all Detroit Tigers merchandise.
Thank you, Justin. It is also now time to unveil cheeseburger for only $1, and it is Ian Kinsler. Kinsler hits his 14th home run of the season. This one, though, probably one of the most important ones of the year for him. That's for sure. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Well, Brian Shaw has had 2 tough days on the mound for the Tribe. Yesterday, Alex Avila goes yard. Today, Ian Kinsler launches that 2-run rocket off of him.
Top 9, 2-2 count on Mookie Betts, 1 out. An 8-pitch now a 9-pitch at bat. Soon to be. Bases empty. Ian Kinsler with a go-ahead 2-run home run, which proved to be the game winner. Looking at the Tigers' schedule, the Tigers go to Minnesota at Target Field and play the Twins for a 3-game series starting tomorrow. All game through Wednesday. All games start at 8:10. Then they have Thursday off, and then they go to Kauffman Stadium and play the Kansas City Royals. First game at 8:10. Second game at 1:05. On Fox, and then Sunday's game at 2:10. JD Martinez hit a solo home run to dead center earlier today in the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Tigers, with that win today, sweep the Cleveland Indians. I almost forgot to mention. Along with advancing a game flat in the American League Central Division standings, ahead of the Kansas City Royals, who are trailing 8-4. The Kansas City Royals series may not be as hard as you think. The Tigers have owned the Royals for most of this season, although the Royals appear to be a juggernaut contender for the MLB postseason. The Twins, however, the Tigers should sweep them. The Twins are not going to make the playoffs, and they're an easy team to beat, even with Joe Mauer on the team. Twins gave away Josh Willingham to the Royals. I think the Tigers-Royals series coming up this next weekend should be by far a more interesting series than the Twins series. Last time the Tigers and Twins met which was in Minnesota, Tigers got routed in the first two games, 20-6, and then 12-3 or something, 12-3 or 12-5, something like that. But the Tigers came back with, I think, a 6-4 win. Tigers winning the nightcap of that doubleheader 8-6, and then blowing out the Twins 13-4. So that last game the Tigers owned the Twins, and they should keep owning them. And the Tigers have a day of rest after that. Before heading to Kansas City and playing the Royals, who are hanging in there. Right now, the Boston Red Sox have runners on the corners in the top of the ninth and one out for Vasquez. Christian Vasquez, that is. He's facing a 2-2 count. That last pitch was outside. I'm viewing it on the MLB Game Day server on my Mozilla Firefox browser. Let's see here. And the top of the ninth has ended with Vasquez grounding into a 3-6-1 double play, and we head to the bottom of the ninth, still 8-4, Boston. But back to the Zubaz jinx thing. This whole jinx thing, I don't care if it's the Zubaz or somebody saying something or whatever. It's 100% stupid. It always was. It always will be. And it never makes any sense. This is not fairy tale land. This is the real world. Come back to it, please. Earth to Tigers fans already. Earth to sports fans everywhere in the world. Quit playing the jinx game and just shut your mouths and watch the game. That's all you have to do. Calling it 646-478-4837. 10 minutes left on the show. Joe Nathan has been shaky his last few outings, his last few save opportunities. And we expected Joe Nathan to pitch 1, 2, 3 inning. I mean, like he said, the Tigers players are not robots, and I know he's not a robot either, but you know, we're all human. I'm not going to use that we're all human excuse. This is Major League Baseball, and there's no margin for error and no margin for excuses. Especially when you're the Detroit Tigers and you're contending for a World Series championship. And on my show, I talk 100% seriously, and which is perfect. Because seriousness is how you stick with your team. It's how I stick with my teams. See, right here. Tiger's shirt, Tiger's pants. Hey, I'm perfect that way. If someone tells you that you're jinxing it with that kind of clothing, tell them to shut up and get the heck out of your face. Tell them you're not playing around. I'm showing support for my team. You think oh, hey, you must think everybody is jinxing it with Tigers clothing. That's how they label you as a douchebag. And that really pisses us off. You see what I'm saying? If you think that if you're saying that I'm jinxing it, you're definitely dealing with the wrong person. How would you like it if you showed support and someone tell you you jinxed it? You jinxed them. You would think that they were being stupid too. Back to the Royals game, man on first and 1 out. Omar Infante is on first. Wait, he was a force out, so Mike Moustakas is on first. On a 3-2 pitch, Gerard Dyson hits into at least out number 2. Let's see what it is. Mujica is pitching for the Boston Red Sox, and Dyson just flied out to center. Center fielder Jackie Bradley Jr. for out number 2. So there's still 1 out to go. Yep, Lindsay, that's their manager. The Kansas City Royals are 1 game away from losing 2 out of 3 and falling a game and a half behind the Tigers in the American League Central Division. And if this game doesn't end and if this game doesn't end before the show does, I will update the standings and recap the Tigers game at the same time on episode 62 tonight on Spreaker a bit later tonight. By the way, my Spreaker episodes of Taylor's Detroit Sports are also on iHeartRadio because they are approved by iHeartRadio. And I think there's a bit of a delay going on because there's nothing happening in the game day server. Now there are runners on first and second. Team USA won an automatic bid.
90 seconds.
Alcides Escobar just singled to right and keep the game going. Team USA beats Serbia in the FIBA World Cup Championship 129-92 to win an automatic bid to the 2016 Summer Olympics 2 years from now. Here's Nori Aoki.
60 seconds.
Takes one low for ball 1. That looked like it was a strike. So I'll update the Red Sox Royals game on Spreaker. I'll talk to you next week. TTFN, ta-ta for now.